Aurora slammed the door of her family's opulent Manhattan penthouse, her heart pounding like a war drum as she faced her father's furious glare. "You can't do this, Aurora. Marrying that woman? It's political suicide," he bellowed, his voice echoing off the marble floors. But in that moment, Aurora knew the real shock was yet to come. The secret Savannah had whispered last night. A truth that could unravel everything she'd fought for. She had met Savannah 3 years ago at a charity gala in Washington, D.C., where Aurora, the polished daughter of Senator Elias Hawthorne, was schmoozing donors for her father's re-election campaign. Savannah, with her sharp wit and unassuming grace, worked as a community organizer for LGBTQ+ rights, her eyes carrying a depth that drew Aurora in like a moth to flame. Their first conversation was electric, debating policy over champagne, but Aurora felt something stir inside her. A pull she hadn't acknowledged since college, when she buried her attractions under layers of expectation. Now, as she paced her bedroom that night, Aurora's mind raced. "Why did I let it get this far?" she thought, her fingers trembling as she clutched the engagement ring Savannah had given her. It was simple, a silver band with a tiny sapphire, nothing like the ostentatious jewels her family flaunted, but it symbolized freedom, or so she believed. Her father, a conservative powerhouse in the Senate, had built his career on family values, code for opposing same-sex marriage. Coming out to him wasn't just personal. It was a declaration of war against the life he'd scripted for her. The next morning, Aurora met Savannah at their favorite cafe in Greenwich Village. Savannah's dark curls framed her face, her brown eyes searching Aurora's with concern. "Did you tell him?" she asked softly, reaching across the table. Aurora nodded, her voice barely above a whisper. "He exploded. Called it a phase, said I'd ruin his legacy." Savannah squeezed her hand, but Aurora pulled back slightly. Inside, doubt gnawed at her. "Am I ready to lose everything for this?" The love felt real, but the cost, her inheritance, her social circle, perhaps even her safety in a world still rife with prejudice, loomed like a shadow. As weeks passed, the tension escalated. Aurora's mother, Lydia, a socialite who thrived on appearances, cornered her during a family dinner. "Think about your siblings, Aurora. Your brother is running for office next year. This choice of yours could destroy us all." Lydia's words stung, laced with disappointment that masked deeper fear. Aurora wanted to scream that it wasn't a choice, that loving Savannah was as natural as breathing. But she held back, her inner turmoil churning. How can I betray them? Yet how can I betray myself? Savannah, sensing Aurora's hesitation, confronted her one evening in their shared apartment. "If you're not all in, tell me now," she said, her voice cracking. "I won't be your secret anymore." Aurora's heart ached. Savannah had faced rejection from her own devoutly religious family in rural Georgia, disowned at 18 for coming out. "I'm trying," Aurora replied, pulling her close. But in her mind she questioned, is love worth this pain? The media had already begun sniffing around, anonymous tips about the senator's daughter and her friend. The first major clash came at a fundraiser. Aurora's father introduced her to potential suitors, oblivious or perhaps defiant. When Savannah arrived uninvited, the room hushed. "This is my fiancé," Aurora announced boldly, her voice steady despite the storm inside. Whispers erupted, cameras flashed. Her father pulled her aside, his face red. "You're done. No more access to the family trust." That night, alone in a hotel, Aurora wept. "I've chosen her, but at what price?" The isolation hit hard, friends ghosting her, social media ablaze with hate. Savannah supported her through it, but cracks formed. "Your family's pressure is changing you," Savannah said during an argument. Aurora snapped back. "You don't understand the world I come from." Deep down, she feared Savannah was right. The societal judgment weighed heavy, stares in public, slurs online. Aurora's internal battle raged. Am I strong enough or will I break? As the wedding approached, a darker secret surfaced. Aurora discovered old letters in her father's study, hinting at a family cover-up. Her aunt, long estranged, had been lesbian too, forced into a sham marriage. The hypocrisy burned. Confronting her father, she demanded truth. "You drove her away," Aurora accused. He admitted it ice cold. "For the greater good." That revelation shattered Aurora's illusions. How many lives ruined for image? Savannah, learning this, urged forgiveness. Don't let bitterness consume you. But Aurora's rage fueled her resolve. They eloped in a quiet ceremony in Central Park, vowing to fight together. Yet, the media storm intensified, protesters at her father's events chanting slurs. Aurora's brother distanced himself, calling her selfish. The emotional toll mounted. Aurora questioned if happiness was possible amid such chaos. In quiet moments, Aurora reflected. Love demands sacrifice, but is there a limit? Savannah's unwavering support clashed with Aurora's guilt. One night, after a heated family call, Aurora lashed out at Savannah. Maybe this was a mistake. The words hung heavy, regret instant. Savannah's eyes filled with hurt. Then why are we here? Reconciliation came slowly. Aurora sought therapy, unpacking years of suppressed identity. I love you, she told Savannah, meaning it fully. But society pushed back. A job offer rescinded due to controversy. Aurora's inner voice whispered, is authenticity worth poverty? The climax hit when her father suffered a heart attack amid the scandal. At the hospital, he whispered, I was wrong. Aurora forgave, but boundaries set. Healing began fragile. Savannah stood by, her own scars reopening. Through it all, Aurora learned the price of truth. Loss, but also liberation. Yet doubts lingered. Had she chosen right? The hospital room smelled of antiseptic and regret, a stark contrast to the polished life Aurora had known. Her father's frail form in the bed, monitors beeping rhythmically, forced her to confront the fractures she'd helped create. Savannah waited outside, respecting the family's space, but Aurora felt her absence like a void. Why does love have to come with such collateral damage? She pondered, gripping the bedrail. Post-hospital, the dynamics shifted. Elias Hawthorne, once unyielding, softened under mortality's gaze. I pushed your aunt away because I feared judgment, he confessed over weak tea in his study. Don't repeat my mistakes. Aurora nodded, but anger simmered. How many apologies can erase years of suppression? Her mother, Lydia, hovered, her perfect facade cracking. We want you happy, she said, but Aurora sensed the conditional undertone. Happy as long as it didn't tarnish the name. Savannah's patience wore thin. Back in their apartment, she paced. Your family's pulling you back in. Where do I fit? Aurora reached for her, but Savannah stepped away. I'm not a phase, Aurora. I've lost everything once. I won't again. The words pierced. Aurora's mind whirled. Am I using her as rebellion, or is this real? The doubt festered, amplified by societal whispers. Articles labeling her the fallen heiress. Forums debating her lifestyle choice. A turning point came at a Pride event in San Francisco. Aurora, invited to speak, hesitated. What if it backfires? She confided to Savannah. Then we face it together, Savannah replied, her resolve stealing Aurora's. On stage, voice trembling, Aurora shared her story. Love isn't a political tool. It's human. Applause thundered, but backlash followed. Death threats, doxing. That night, huddled in a hotel, Aurora broke down. I can't protect us. Savannah held her. We protect each other. But protection proved illusory. Aurora's brother, Nathan, ambitious and image-conscious, betrayed her. Leaking private emails to the press, he framed her as unstable to salvage the family campaign. It's for Dad's legacy, he justified when confronted. Aurora's fury boiled. You're no better than him. The sibling bond snapped, leaving isolation. Inside, she questioned. Blood or chosen family, which prevails? Savannah, hurt by the ripple effects, withdrew emotionally. Your world's toxic, she said during a late-night talk. Aurora pleaded. We're building our own. But Savannah's past traumas resurfaced, memories of her family's rejection, the homelessness she'd endured before rebuilding. I fought alone once, maybe I should again. The threat hung, Aurora's heart clenching. Is letting go mercy or cowardice? Seeking solace, Aurora volunteered at an LGBTQ+ shelter, meeting others with similar scars. One woman, mirroring her aunt's story, shared, regret comes from silence, not truth. Inspired, Aurora pushed forward, launching a foundation for queer youth. Savannah joined, their bond reigniting through purpose. Yet, funding dried up due to donors' biases, forcing tough choices. Sell the ring, Savannah suggested. Aurora refused. It's our symbol. Internally, What else must we sacrifice? Family reconciliation attempted at Thanksgiving. Elias invited them a olive branch. Lydia cooked, 10 smiles abound. Nathan arrived late, apologetic facade thin. Conversation skirted issues until Elias raised a toast. To new beginnings. Savannah squeezed Aurora's hand under the table. But Nathan's snide remark, "Hope this phase passes," ignited chaos. Aurora stood. "It's not a phase, it's me." Storming out, she dragged Savannah along. In the car, tears flowed. Why can't they accept? The drive home was silent, thoughts swirling. Aurora realized, acceptance starts within. But Savannah's quiet worried her. "Talk to me," Aurora urged.
Savannah sighed.
"I'm tired of fighting your battles." The admission stung. Am I worth the fight? Months later, a job opportunity arose for Savannah in Chicago. Better pay, less scrutiny. "It's a fresh start," she said. Aurora panicked. "Without me?" The ultimatum loomed. Stay and stagnate or move and rebuild. Aurora's inner conflict peaked. Cling to roots or embrace change. Choosing love, they packed. But en route, a call from Elias. Nathan's in trouble, scandal of his own. Irony hit. Aurora hesitated. Help or sever? Go, Savannah encouraged. Closure. At the meeting, Nathan confessed embezzlement, begging cover-up. No, Aurora said firmly. Face it. The decision liberated her, but cost the last family tie. Arriving in Chicago, fresh air brought hope. Yet, Aurora wondered, have I traded one cage for another? Chicago's skyline gleamed under the autumn sun. A new chapter for Aurora and Savannah. But the weight of past decisions lingered like fog over Lake Michigan. Their modest apartment in Wrigleyville felt worlds away from Manhattan's luxury. Yet Aurora's mind often wandered back. Did I abandon them too easily? She questioned, unpacking boxes while Savannah hummed in the kitchen. The move was meant to heal, but fresh wounds emerged. Savannah's growing distance masked by smiles. Work consumed them. Aurora, disbarred from family networks, freelanced as a legal consultant for nonprofits, her expertise in policy now serving the marginalized. Savannah thrived at her advocacy job, rallying for anti-discrimination laws. Publicly, they were the power couple, but privately resentments brewed. You dragged us here, Savannah accused one evening after a long day. Aurora recoiled. For us. But inside, is blame fair when I lost more? The first major test came with a high-profile case. Savannah's organization sued a corporation for firing a lesbian employee. Aurora offered pro bono help, but conflicts arose. Your family's ties to big business, it's a risk, Savannah warned. Aurora insisted. I'm on your side. The trial intensified, media dredging up her past. Reporters hounded. Senator's daughter turned activist, hypocrisy? Aurora's resolve cracked under scrutiny. Why must my history define me? During prep, Savannah confided a secret. I was that employee once, fired for being out. The revelation deepened their bond, but Aurora felt guilt. I should have known. Savannah shrugged. You were in your bubble. The words echoed Aurora's fears. Class divide, privilege versus struggle. Internally, can love bridge such gaps? Betrayal struck from an unexpected source. A colleague of Savannah's, jealous of their relationship, spread rumors of infidelity. She's using you for clout, the whispers said. Aurora dismissed at first, but doubt seeded. Confronting Savannah? Is there truth? Savannah's eyes flashed hurt. How can you ask? The argument escalated, doors slamming. Alone, Aurora spiraled. Trust eroded by external poison. How to rebuild? Reconciliation involved raw honesty. Over wine on their balcony, Savannah admitted vulnerabilities. My family's rejection made me guarded. Aurora shared her own. Father's expectations crushed my spirit. Tears mingled with laughter, forging stronger ties. But society intruded. A hate crime nearby, targeting a queer couple. Fear gripped Aurora. What if that's us? Savannah held her. We fight back. Inspired, they organized a vigil drawing crowds. Aurora spoke passionately. Love isn't weakness, it's revolution. Applause bolstered her, but backlash followed, online trolls, threats. One night, their car was vandalized with slurs. Shaken, Aurora questioned. Is visibility worth the danger? Family echoes resurfaced. A letter from Lydia. Your father's health declines. Come home. Aurora tore it but guilt gnawed. Go, Savannah urged. Unresolved pain hurts us. The flight back was turbulent, mirroring her emotions. At the penthouse, Elias looked aged. I miss you, he said. Nathan, humbled by his scandal's fallout, apologized. I was scared. Aurora forgave tentatively. Boundaries remain. Inside, forgiveness or weakness. Returning to Chicago, Aurora found Savannah distant again. While you reconciled, I handled alone. Resentment flared. An argument peaked. You're still tied to them. Savannah shouted. Aurora retorted. And you're pushing me away. Silence followed, each retreating to corners. Aurora's thoughts raced. Love cycle: connect, clash, repeat. Sustainable? A moral dilemma arose. Savannah's boss offered a promotion, but it required relocating to D.C., back to the epicenter. It's my dream, Savannah said. Aurora panicked. What about ours? The choice: support or selfishly hold back. Internally, true love lets go, but at what cost? Opting compromise, Aurora suggested long distance. No, Savannah refused. All or nothing. The standoff tested limits. Aurora reflected on her aunt's fate. Suppressed love leading to regret. I'll go with you, she decided, sacrificing stability. But doubt whispered. Am I repeating patterns? In D.C., old ghosts haunted. Social circles shunned, jobs scarce. Aurora's inner turmoil. Chosen path, yet loneliness persists. Washington, D.C.'s cherry blossoms bloomed mockingly as Aurora navigated the familiar yet hostile terrain. Her decision to follow Savannah now a double-edged sword. The apartment overlooking the Potomac felt like a gilded cage, echoes of her past life amplifying insecurities. Savannah dove into her promotion, late nights at the office leaving Aurora alone with thoughts. Did I give up too much? She wondered, staring at the river's flow, symbolizing irreversible choices. Professional clashes emerged. Aurora, consulting for rival groups, found their causes overlapping yet conflicting. Your client's bill undermines mine, Savannah argued over dinner. Aurora defended. It's nuanced. But tension mounted, words sharpening. Internally, partnership or competition? Can both coexist? Societal pressure intensified. At a gala, old acquaintances whispered. Back with the rebel? A senator's wife cornered Aurora. Your father's disappointed. The jab stung, rekindling family wounds. Calling Elias, she sought solace. Proud of you, he said weakly. But Nathan's voice in background. Don't stir trouble. Ambivalence churned. Reconnected yet estranged. Savannah's secrets unraveled next. Digging through old boxes, Aurora found letters from an ex. Intimate, unresolved. Why keep them? She confronted. Savannah admitted. Closure I never got. Hurt bloomed into jealousy. Am I second choice? The fight exposed vulnerabilities, Savannah's fear of abandonment, Aurora's of inadequacy. We're both broken, Savannah whispered. Reconciliation came in embraces, but scars lingered. Thought. Healing demands exposure, painful yet necessary. A pivotal event. A Supreme Court hearing on LGBTQ+ rights. Savannah testified. Aurora in audience. Protesters clashed outside, violence erupting. Aurora rushed to protect, getting caught in chaos. A bruise on her cheek, metaphor for battles fought. Hospital wait. This is our reality, Savannah said, bandaging her. Aurora nodded, resolve hardening. But inside, how many bruises before we break? Family intervention struck. Lydia arrived unannounced. Your father's dying wishes. Reconcile fully. Pressure mounted. Bring Savannah, she urged. The dinner was fraught. Elias frail, Nathan contrite, Lydia mediating. Savannah charmed but undercurrents swirled. Nathan's slip. Traditional values matter. Savannah retorted. Love is traditional. Aurora defended her but exhaustion hit. Mind. Mediator or martyr? Post-dinner, Savannah exploded. Your family tolerates, not accepts. Aurora agreed yet defended. Change takes time. The divide widened. Alone, Aurora questioned morality. Compromise ethics for peace? Betrayal peaked when Savannah confided a job temptation. Higher role but conservative org. It's strategic, she justified. Aurora gasped. Selling out. Argument raged. Hypocrite, you came from that. Savannah accused. Aurora's world tilted. Ideals versus survival. Reflection led to ultimatum. Choose, us or ambition. Savannah chose them, quitting. Relief mixed with guilt. Thought. Demands fair or controlling. Healing retreat to countryside. In a cabin they talked deeply. We've sacrificed much, Aurora said. Savannah agreed. Worth it. Affirmation strengthened but reality beckoned. Back in D.C. Elias passed. Funeral tense, media circus, family united superficially. Aurora's eulogy. He evolved as we must. Inheritance came with strings, Nathan controlling. Reject it, Savannah advised. Aurora did, freeing herself. Inside, loss for gain. New normal emerged but doubts persisted. A friend's divorce mirrored theirs, love eroded by pressure. Aurora feared. Are we next? The funeral's aftermath left Aurora adrift in a sea of paperwork and unresolved grief. The D.C. apartment now a repository of memories both cherished and painful. Savannah's support was steadfast, yet Aurora sensed a subtle shift. A weariness in her eyes that mirrored her own exhaustion. Have we paid too dearly for this love? She pondered, sifting through her father's will, which surprisingly included a clause acknowledging her chosen path. A small victory amid the ruins. Nathan's true colors emerged in the estate battle. You walked away, why claim now? He challenged in a lawyer's office. Aurora stood firm. For principle. The confrontation unearthed deeper family secrets. Elias's hidden donations to queer causes, a redemption arc cut short. He loved you, Nathan admitted grudgingly, but trust shattered. Aurora severed ties fully. Internally. Final cut. Liberating or isolating. Savannah's career flourished post-resignation. Freelancing with impact. Your influence, she credited Aurora. But success bred envy. At a conference, admirers flirted with Savannah, igniting Aurora's insecurities. Jealous. Savannah teased. Aurora confessed. After everything, yes. The admission sparked intimacy, reaffirming bonds. Thought. Vulnerability strengthens if embraced. Societal reckoning came via a documentary featuring their story. Producers approached. Inspire others. Aurora hesitated, exposure's risks. Do it, Savannah encouraged. Filming dredged traumas, interviews raw, tears flowing. Airing brought acclaim but hate mail surged. One letter. Abomination. Aurora's resolve wavered. Publicity's price, empowerment or peril. Personal crisis hit. Health scare for Savannah. A lump benign but terrifying. Hospital vigil. Aurora's mind raced through what-ifs. Can't lose you, she whispered. Recovery bonded them but highlighted fragility. Life's short, Savannah mused. Aurora agreed, proposing renewal vows. Yes, but with conditions. No more compromises. Family olive branch from Lydia. Visit alone. Aurora refused. Package deal. Rejection stung but empowered. Inside boundaries as self-care. High-stakes decision. Run for office themselves. Savannah suggested. Change from within. Aurora inspired, campaigned locally, platform equality. Opposition fierce, smears funding blocks. Worth it. Aurora asked mid-rally. Savannah. Always. Victory small but symbolic. Yet, triumphs masked undercurrents. An old flame of Aurora's resurfaced, offering temptation. Just coffee, but guilt followed. Confessing to Savannah. Tested but chose you. Forgiveness came hard. Trust rebuilds slowly. Thought. Temptation reveals cracks, mend or widen. As years blurred, reflections deepened. Their love endured storms but scars remained. Aurora wondered. Success measured by endurance or joy. In quiet evenings they debated ethics. Was coming out right despite pain? Aurora posed. Savannah countered. Pain births growth. Consensus eluded. Ultimately their story became legend. Whispered in support groups, taught in classes. But privately, Aurora questioned the narrative's gloss. Did we romanticize suffering? The journey taught. Love demands reckoning with self, society, kin. Yet, one query lingers, sparking endless debate. In the face of unyielding prejudice, is pursuing forbidden love an act of bravery or reckless self-destruction?